Hi, my name is Salman Amir, and in this video, I will show you slider behaviors in Adobe scriptings via user interface or in the After Effects applications, how they behave, and all about sliders to return their values into the text box or the text box return their value in slider. Let me show you what I'm saying. So I have here write a short piece of code to create a window, and I have linked this After Effects 2020. And if I launch this, run this, so this small window appears because I didn't add any elements to it yet. So uh, first of all, we need to add sliders. To create a sliders, I need a group, so I can add two elements, sliders, and the text box that will show the current value of the sliders. So let's get started, and I'm creating a variable name slider, variable name slider, slider no slider group grp, which is equal to window, because we need to add in this window that this group. So I'm taking this variable window and period add, open close bracket, and add argument group, and undefined. The rest will be undefined, and this one is group. So separate it here, and slide group orientation grp dot orientation. Orientation will be in a row. Orientation row. So now we added our group, and now start adding your elements. For first, we will add a slider. So slider 1 is equal to, now we need to add this slider into this group we created, slide group dot add, period add, and this is slider and undefined, undefined, and now we need to assign the slider value. Slider 1 dot default value will be is equal to default value should be like 50. Default value will be like this. So if I run this by pressing F5 or just this, so my target application is this After Effect. You can just launch in extended script also. It will launch it here. As you can see, the default value is, I guess, 0 to 100. This is slider, and it uh, returns the value of 50 because we assigned it. If I mark it 90 and run it again, now the slider value is, but let me show how it looks in the After Effect, and After Effect is much better. So I'm just this 50, and now we need to if I run this, then I don't know what's the current default value of this slider is, which will be in here, so I need a small text box that will show me the exact value of this. So for this purpose, we need to create another element of text, or and slider text is equal to, we need to add this also into a this group, so it will just like in a row, these two elements. So I'm copying this and pasting here and changing here slider to edit text, and now I need to take this slider text variable dot default text is equal to like 50 in a string, because we write text in a string. So if I run this, it will show me this 50. The default value we assigned is 50. So but if I mark this like 75 and close this and run this again, uh, the slider value is 50, and but in the text is 75. And if I move here, it doesn't return the value of the slider, because we didn't assign the functionality or interlink between each other. So we need to add some functions to it. So let me just change this to 50. And you can also let me show that part later of this. Now we need to add some functionality to it. So after the Windows Center, the window, I am the functions from here. So let me just minimize it. Slider dot period on change is equal to function, and then open and close parentheses, and now we will write our text here. Then the text is equal to, taking this because we want to return our value here, Control C, Control V, and we will add here some formula type things like math dot floor. It will round the or return the real value of the slider. And what we need, the value of slider 1 dot value, slider 1 dot period dot value. Now if I run this at the end, if I run this, as you can see 50-50. If I move forward, the value doesn't change, but if I release the click, the value changed. So this is I talked about the on change function, how it works. Like you see, if I release X, but we need to change the values in real time. So for the in real time, we will just take this on change function, Control C, and add it next to it, and between 2 is equal to, and on changing. So look closely, this one is slider 1 dot on change is equal to slider 1 dot on changing, and this function will change values according to in real time. If I run it again and if I move forward, as you can see, the value is changing in real time. The default value here is 0, and if I move forward, as you can see, 70, the two value showing red, but if I 100, then it's showing me 10. It's 100, but the text is small. So let me change the text size. Slider text dot size is equal to size. We read we in a square bracket because it's in array, height, width, and height. So first we will write the width. Width we need like 35, and the height we need 25. So if I run it again, as you can see, our text is box is increased 100, 0. Minimum and maximum is 0, but I want to set to minimum to 1 and the maximum to 150. I can just type in here like 150 and create a variable that will and add some kind of functionality to then take the values from this text box. But what if I can just change in here in slider? So I'm in the slider properties. um, I will this one is text, slider is here. So after the slider, I guess I should duplicate this one. Yes, I'm taking this as a slide dot minimum value, like min value, and max value. Maximum value, minimum value is 1, and maximum value is 150. 150. Maximum value is 150. So if I run it again and check this, 1, default value is 1, and maximum value is 150. So you learn how to create sliders and how to assign a functionality. So this is changing according to the slider. But what if I write here like 3? The slider doesn't change. I want to change when if I make changes here or here. So it will like interlink to each other and change the value according to the other element. So if I write like 125, it doesn't change. So I need to add another functionality. So I am copying this function of the slider, Control C, and enter Control V. So now we need to change in according to the text. So I am taking this text dot text on change, Control C and Control V. Dot text on change, and also here on changing is equal to function and slider dot no, I want to change in here. Slider dot value is equal to Control C and Control V. Slider dot value must load and dot text, Control C and Control V. We don't need this dot text thing, I guess. And if I run it again, the slider is just doing fine. And let me show it like 75. Yes, it's changing. And I'm 7. or I 125 or just like 90, 150 or just 50. Yeah, it's working. So now you know how to change the functionality of the slider, how to change according to the text field. And this piece of code is also available in the link in the description on my GitHub link. That will take you into the GitHub link, and you can download this piece of code and practice it on your own. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.